kind of flagging a bit at the end of the year. But yes, this is what we're doing today. Good morning, welcome to the vlog. Today we're celebrating 20 years of the Evangelical Church in Jajce. First stop this morning is the church building. I've got to show Dina the videos that I've made for her. Just check they're all good, make any final adjustments. Probably got to drink coffee, then we'll load the vans with all the equipment. It's snowing, as you can see, and yeah, we've pulled up in town. It's time to load in. All good with the video stuff that we did, so I've got to put a few lights up, but we're set up. Don't look at this is a mess. If there's one thing I struggle not to do in my life, it's to create branding. And yeah, this is a programme for this evening, songs, and made that 1 o'clock in the morning because Dina suddenly asked me, this is going back a few weeks, when we were inviting people to this, like, oh, can we make an invite? And I'm going to a meeting and I want to be able to take one to the meeting, so I'm like, cool. And then I just felt the need to create something that sort of says 20 years of the church here in Jajce and captures the essence of the theme that she had, and that's what we came up with. It's always good when you have an idea in your head and it comes out and makes people happy. That's kind of why doing design stuff is fun. Just running through the stuff and we're going to do. We've got some video messages from people who won't be here this evening. This is not the best vlog so far, I know that, and I'm sorry about that. We're kind of flagging a bit at the end of the year. But yes, this is what we're doing today on a very cold and wintry day. Let me show you out the window. This is what's going on outside. That's our van out there gathering snow. Kids wandering home from school. It's been snowing all day ever since we got up. So yeah, if I don't move the combi till the end of tonight, it's going to be snowed in there. I'm going to be filming the whole thing, just whacking the GoPro on the suction mount up on the pillar here. Ooh, that's very sticky. Somewhere where it's not sticky. Enjoy 20 years of Evangelical Church in Jajce video.
Dobrodošli na 20 godina proslave Evanđelske crkve u Jajcu.
Da vidimo potrebu svijeta, ali da vidimo i mogućnost i vrijednost, jer svaki je čovjek stvoren na sliku Božju.
Da u stvari kada Bog gleda sa svoga prijestolja na crkvu Jajce, da on vidi veliku crkvu. Veliku, i sad sam emotivan, ne zato što je velika po broju, nego je velika po svome srcu i onome što radi u ovome društvu. Na način na koji daje ne 100%, nego 110%, 120% svoje snage da bude blagoslov ljudima koji tu žive, ne diskriminirajući nikoga, nego su tu za sve. Za sve naše narode, za sve naše ljude, za sve naše građane.
So I'll say a little bit about the thing, but first I have to clean the combi. It's 9:15 in the evening. This has been here since about 9:30 this morning, and that is a whole load of snow. So it's Sunday afternoon, just come out to the supermarket, grabbing a few things because tomorrow we are off. By we, I mean me and Budo and Tanner and Armin. We are off up to Vlasic for the first time in a couple of years to start our snowboard season. Anyway, that's not what this is about. Let us finish off talking about the 20 years anniversary event for for the Evangelical Church in Jajce. As you can see, we've had a snowy few days here, and that unfortunately did lead to the anniversary event on Friday night being a little less well attended than we had anticipated. Yeah, how do we sum it all up? I think it was a good evening. I think it is important to remember stuff. It's important to kind of go, oh look, we've come this far, and look back on what's happened and be thankful for it. And that definitely happened. I think it's obvious that there are still challenges with the Evangelical Church being small. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, there's being a Protestant is very much being other and not part of the system, not something that kind of gets any real recognition, and that does lead to challenges for people here who are part of the church. At the same time, it is encouraging to be part of something that's so small but is still making such a contribution to the community that it's part of. I think with anniversaries like this, it's always good to look back, to look forward, if that makes sense. And I think that this weekend has sort of had that effect of helping take stock of what's happened and who's been part of the story to get it to where it is today, but to look ahead and go, well, what more is possible and where are we going in the future. On a relational level, it was great to see who did choose to come and celebrate with us, who hung around at the end and chatted, and on a practical level, really encouraging to just be able to go in to the cultural centre, put in everything, do the event, and it technically be a success and be something that's a good representation of who we are. Obviously for Rowan and I, we weren't part of the story 20 years ago, and in some ways it seems like quite a big anniversary to be celebrating. But then we kind of realised we've been here more than 8 years now, so actually in percentage terms we're close to have been here for half the story, which is weird because it feels like we just arrived in some ways, although in other ways it does feel like we've been here a bit of a while. So yeah, we recognise that the story of the church here is not our story, but at the same time we're playing a more and more significant part in it the longer we stay here. So there you go, there's a few reflections on a sunny Sunday afternoon. That is it for this week's vlog. Thanks very much for watching. Do leave us a comment or a question if you want to know more about any of that. Do give us a big thumbs up for celebrating and looking forward. And do remember that together we do adventure. I'll see you next time.